Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is having a lovely Tuesday today. Nice little start to the week. Go ahead and drop in the chat where everyone is tuning in from today. Already got some people trickling in. Love to see it. I am joining us today from Orlando, Florida. I was going to say sunny Orlando, Florida, but it's actually not that sunny today. It is quite a dreary, gloomy day, which I kind of love, honestly. Hello, everyone. I've got Toronto, Atlanta, LA. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. SJ, it's also gloomy in Austin. I feel you. SoCal, Milwaukee, Cincinnati. Hello, everyone. New York, San Francisco. We got everyone from everywhere. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy Tuesdays to join us today. I am so excited for today's session. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. So everyone, hello, welcome to Whale Watching. For anyone who hasn't joined us before, Whale Watching is our monthly webinar series where we chat all things best practices, tips, tricks about how you can level up your brand from industry experts. Today's topic is all about retention and how retention is the new growth and how to scale with data backed insights. So after today's session, you all will really have a clear idea of how your brand can scale your retention strategy effectively by using strategies that are data backed. Today, we have a phenomenal lineup of speakers joining us. You will be hearing from Michael from Gorgeous, Krista from ShipBop, Damana from Triple Whale, Ryan from Commerce Garage, Marcy from Inveterate, SJ from Justuno, and Nihar from Roswell. Amazing lineup. And I already saw a couple people ask in the chat, yes, today's session is going to be recorded. So everyone will receive the link to the recording after today's webinar. And that's not all, though. Here at Triple Whale, we like to shake things up and reward you all for attending today's session. So we have some amazing giveaway items courtesy of our fabulous speakers. It is gift cards galore, y'all. For gift cards is the theme for today's webinar. And you might be asking yourself, Mia, how can I get my hands on one of these amazing giveaway prizes? Have no fear. I'm about to share the #1 secret of how you can take home one of these amazing prizes. So coming close. The key to winning is by being engaged in the chat. I am quite literally just going to be blindly scrolling through the chat, and that's how I'm going to be choosing the winner. So that means the more messages you're sending, the better chance you're going to have at winning these prizes. So whether it's a question that you're asking, some emojis, having some convos in the chat, or just agreeing with the speaker, all of that is going to be a better chance for you to take home one of those giveaway prizes. So stay engaged in the chat, y'all. Plus, it's fun when everyone's chatting, so yap away. And with that said, we are going to go ahead and get right into it. So joining us up on stage for our first speaker today, we have Michael from Gorgeous. Hello, Michael. Welcome to the stage.
Hey, Mia. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you are. Great to be here. Yeah, we're gonna jump right into things.
So excited to have you. Go ahead and pull up your screen, Michael, and the stage is all yours.
Awesome. Is everything looking good here? Let me know.
Yep, looking good.
Right. Great. Hey, everybody. Michael here from Gorgeous. If you're not too familiar, we are the #1 customer experience platform for our e-commerce merchants, especially in the Shopify space, handling all kinds of customer interactions every day, working with over 18,000 brands. But today, hot topic, retention is the new growth. It made me think of like orange is the new black or something like that. And I really loved the kind of theme here today. So we're going to cover a couple quick topics. #1, like creating your CX strategy, adding AI to the team and how it all will kind of tie into retention. And lastly, converting and strategies to retain new customers. So let's go right ahead. What are we looking at here? So the #1 question is, how can you help me? That's what, the customer interactions are really the beating heart of your business. This is where the rubber hits the road. People are coming to you, asking questions about their orders, all kinds of stuff. And to be where your customers are is really kind of table stakes, whether it's email, SMS, social, whatever kind of channel, you're going to want to be there. And more importantly, you're going to want to provide proactive support across these channels, whether that's FAQ, live chats, anywhere someone wants to message you. And then lastly, a really key aspect of this is responding to those questions as quickly as possible. So if you're thinking about your business, a great metric is first response time, right? And getting that down to like under 2 minutes is really, really ideal. And where we see like top performing brands, and automation can really like offer a huge help in like driving down that really key metric. So, kind of quick level summary, a little visual to kind of help what it looks like. Omni-channel presence is really that table stakes aspect to customer experience, retention, and loyalty. Especially thinking about, we're just coming out of a President's Day sale. We just had Black Friday, Cyber Monday in our rear view, and there's all these kind of ups and downs throughout the year. So, making sure that you are handling that bandwidth challenge and mitigating that by centralizing all your channels is really, really key in building the basis of your customer experience strategy. So, what are some of the challenges customers are facing today? As I kind of pointed out, first response time. On average, brands are seeing like 12-hour response times and even longer for resolutions, a lack of personalization, having that customer data, not always informing what they ordered or if they've written out before. That's really, really important to make sure that people feel heard, and you don't want them to repeat themselves, right? If they have a problem, they should be able to resolve it quickly. I thought this was a really interesting data point here, that 80% of shoppers are more likely to buy when given something very personalized. So it's really important to leverage tools like, Triple Whale, like ShipBob, some of the other folks you're going to hear on here, because that order data goes into that personalization. If you know someone buys every month or they need a new jacket or whatever it might be, like this all kind of flows into that personalization. Oh, maybe you'll like this collection if you liked that past collection, depending on what it is. And then this one's probably even more important. 90% of customers rate an immediate response as important or very important when they have a customer service question. That's directly tied to retention. So overall, like that customer engagement piece is really, really critical when it comes to your e-commerce growth stack. So the three components of this are, CX, really important factor in those purchase decisions. That, immediate response, really, really key. And then lastly, this was a fun one. Some consumers would pay more for greater convenience. So frictionless checkout, like whatever it might be. And I think we're going to hear some strategies around that later today. So my first tip here is use automation tools to reduce the load on your support agents and get customers instant answers. So how do you do that? You leverage technologies like Gorgias to automate those common questions and redundancies in the process, and you'll drive down that first response time. That increases customer satisfaction and retention. That's plain and simple. And you can see here, there's a quick little self-service live chat. Hey, I need to edit my order, change my order, whatever it might be. So this one, it's a little bit dense, but I think what I wanted to kind of cover here is it's really easy to do these things. You can set up some templates, build some flows for frequently asked questions, and then install article recommendations. So like a AI agent can pull from those articles and answer questions for you. So it kind of deflects some of that workload on your team. My second tip here, understand your support requirements for busy seasons and equip your agents with the right tools, right? This is a front-facing piece of your business, and making sure they're set up for success is going to be really important. How does that look? Well, we're entering a new age of customer experience. So what's happening is work is shifting from answering tickets one-to-one to instead coaching an AI to handle all those questions and also QAing that. So it's going to allow for more specialization on teams. Instead of doing these kind of repetitive tasks, they can become more upskilled and maybe upsell or escalations or even other like web design projects that might be important that have been historically put off on the back burner. So how does AI agent and support kind of work? There's kind of four main areas. You're going to scale support. So it's typically a lot less to have an AI agent than a individual agent. But what it really is meant to do is to augment an agent's existing bandwidth. So one regular agent with AI can accomplish a ton more every day. It's going to reduce volume for your your team and reduce stress, delight customers with that instant support. And lastly, kind of as I mentioned before, like you get to spend more time on that high impact work that really has been overlooked in the past. So quick summary of like the Gorgias approach to AI, it learns your policies, your brand voice, resolves tickets accurately, and then with a QA function, observing and improving it over time with feedback. So how does this kind of all tie with retention, right? Improved CX has led to 36% increase of repeat purchases. That's retention right there. Reduction in that first response time, reduction in that resolution time, as well as reduction of tickets per order. So that's like how many tickets do you get? It's a ticket to volume ratio. If you have 100 orders coming in, how many tickets are you getting about it? Reducing that metric is also a great health indicator of your customer experience process. So wanted to highlight a couple of brands here that have been doing really, really well in this. So I encourage you to check out their websites, see what they're doing. Topicals, great example, increasing sales through pre-sales customer conversations. So that's retaining those merchants who are coming, or not the merchants, retaining those customers coming live to the website and then asking those questions and then ultimately converting into a new customer. And then Shinesty, they're automating about half of their customer experience questions. And they're using a team of 5, where in the past they were able to have a team of 20. So it made things a lot more efficient for them. So kind of last couple things here, the importance of turning visitors into customers. You really want to maximize those conversions, decrease bounce rates, increase AOV, like trigger actions based off customer history. All the stuff is tied to that personalization. And there's tons of ways to do it. I'm going to cover like one other kind of path on how you can better engage with live shoppers who are coming live to your website. So it's from chat, right? Here are some really interesting metrics. Like 92% of first-time visitors usually don't make a purchase. Like I sometimes think about when I'm just kind of poking around on a website, do I make a purchase and why, right? Shoppers who are using the chat are 6 times more likely to buy. So that's immediately a lever that you can use to pull. And then lastly, this is probably the most notable piece. 12% of chat tickets lead to a sale. So it's one of the highest converting channels at your fingertips. So Gorgias Convert effectively facilitates that process to engage and retain customers across that buying journey. So whether somebody has clicked or added something to their cart, or they're about to abandon their cart, you can serve like different chat messages based off of what actions they've taken on your website. And these things typically lift conversion rates, decrease that bounce rate, and generate a ton of ROI per dollar spent on clicks. So another great example of how to retain more customers who are already coming inbound to your website. So overall, the point of focusing on this area is really like keep the people who are on your website and get them to convert, then leveraging some of those customer experience and retention strategies, get them to repeat those purchases. And now you've really got an engine rolling. So these campaigns are really easy to launch, something you can do in a few minutes. Of course, like if you have some questions on that, I'm available in the chat to answer some of that stuff. But overall, the theme is like you really want to turn your support side into a revenue generator and a retention engine, right? There's so many touch points that go pre and post purchase, and they all tie to these really, really key metrics. Tushy's a great example of a convert highlight use case where they were able to drive like 47% of their store revenue during a specific promo period and had a great conversions. But overall, make sure you are where your customers are. You're leveraging AI and technology to answer questions, and you are converting those customers who are coming live to your site. If you have any questions about Gorgias, want to chat, throw up a little QR code here to book some time. And really appreciate Triple Whale for hosting today. And I think you guys are going to hear some other really, really great strategies from our next speakers.
Amazing presentation, Michael. Thank you so so much. I'm a huge proponent of chat campaigns because as a consumer, y'all, they get me every single time. I love a good chat campaign. And there were some call outs in the chat too about like having a chat campaign and like providing the discount code like for the actual product that they're viewing. So some amazing takeaways in there. And also some questions in the chat if you want to stay a little while and answer some of those questions. But before I let you go, Michael, we're going to go ahead and choose this giveaway winner for a $75 Visa gift card. So without further ado,
Who's it going to be?
all right. Congratulations, Jessica Mendiaz. You are taking home a $75 gift card courtesy of Michael from Gorgeous.
Jessica, congrats. Feel free to send me an email. We'll get that sent over to you. And for those who had some questions in the chat, I'll be going through those and send you guys some notes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us, Michael. We'll chat soon. Bye.
Sounds good. Thanks, Mia.
Okay, friends, we are going to keep things rolling. So joining us up next on stage, we have our very own tech partner manager from Triple Whale, Thamana. Welcome, Thamana, to the stage.
Thank you so much, Mia. So cool to be here today. I see that we have so many people in this session. So yeah, I'm excited to get to dive in. Let me just share my screen.
Yep, the stage is all yours. Take it away, my love.
Perfect. All right, awesome. So I am one of the newest tech partner managers here at Triple Whale. Awesome company to be at. So happy to be here. And I'm excited to dive into the record-breaking year that we just witnessed. So let's dive right in. All right, so before we dive into the data, we might have to answer the question, what even is Triple Whale? So Triple Whale is a game changer for e-commerce businesses. And at its core, it's a comprehensive analytics platform that consolidates the most critical metrics and attribution data into one easy-to-use dashboard. So instead of bouncing between tools or struggling to piece together fragmented data, Triple Whale serves as the ultimate source of truth, giving you the clarity and confidence you need to make better business decisions. Triple Whale seamlessly integrates with the platforms that you already use to pull in data that actually matters to your business. And on top of that, we leverage e-commerce specific AI to not just provide insights, but also uncover actionable opportunities to optimize your performance. Whether it's discovering your top performing channels, better understanding customer behavior, or improving your ROAS, your return on ad spend, Triple Whale ensures you're looking at the data points that truly impact your bottom line. And we are proudly the source of truth for over 30,000 Shopify and Shopify Plus brands, ranging from small businesses to large-scale enterprises. Our platform has become an essential tool for e-commerce businesses across a wide variety of industries, helping them unlock their full potential and achieve remarkable growth. We've also started working with shops on BigCommerce and WooCommerce. So brands like Milk Bar, Doe Lashes, Avi, and Portland Leather Goods are just a few of the examples. But if you want to learn more about their success or explore other brands that are currently using Triple Whale, take a look at our case studies on our website. All right, so the e-commerce community has been on a bit of a roller coaster over the past few years with plenty of highs and lows. And I'm sure you guys have experienced all sorts of different things. And here you are still succeeding, joining this webinar today to level up. But, you know, from the pandemic driving a record-breaking surge in online shopping to breakdown in supply chains, to inflation, rising costs, and shifts in consumer behavior, brand owners have needed to stay agile and adaptable to be successful. And if I am missing anything, I want you to write it in the chat because I know you guys have probably dealt with so much over the last few years. Global e-commerce sales continue to grow, though, with total retail e-commerce sales expected to surpass $8 trillion by 2027. As the revenue climbs for e-commerce, so does the funds devoted to ad spend. 2024 had a surge in digital advertising spend and surpassed $1 trillion globally for the first time, which represented a 9.5% increase compared to 2023. And in this webinar, I'm going to break down some ad performance metrics for Triple Whale brands in 2024, including average order value, spend by ad channel, cost per acquisition by industry, and overall ad performance metrics by channel. So let's talk about understanding AOV by industry and how it varies by industry. And to start, let's look at the industries with the highest AOVs, which include computers, home and garden, health and beauty, and office products. Now, these industries tend to see higher average order values because customers are making larger or more expensive purchases in these categories. Next, we have industries with a middle range AOV, such as fashion accessories and pet supplies. Now, these industries typically see moderate order values as they involve repeat purchases and varying price points. These industries benefit from upselling and cross-selling to increase the average order value. And finally, the industries with the lowest AOV are digital products and books. And these items are often priced lower, leading to smaller AOVs. Now, these industries should focus on ways to increase average order values by pushing loyalty programs or bundling to obtain more revenue per purchase. So, understanding this data is really essential for optimizing pricing strategies, bundling products, and increasing revenue. But I'd love to hear from you guys. Let's all learn from each other in this chat. What strategies have you guys used to increase your AOV in your industry? So if you can write just, a strategy, but also the industry you're in, that would be amazing. All right, next up, let's talk about ad spend, where brands are putting their money and what that means for e-commerce success. So first up, we have Facebook ads. With over 7 billion spent, Facebook, which includes Instagram, continues to dominate. Brands are prioritizing social media for awareness campaigns, making Facebook the most scalable and effective platform. Next, we have Google Ads, but with a bit of a twist. While still significant at 2.8 billion, Google Ads has seen a notable decrease. Since brands are using social media to drive awareness, fewer dollars are flowing into search-based intent marketing. And then we have the up-and-comers. So that includes Amazon ads at 421 million, which is crucial for direct product purchases. And we have TikTok ads at 393 million, which is a growing force for discovery-driven commerce. And then finally, the niche and emerging platforms round out the list, offering moderate but strategic opportunities for brands targeting specific markets. Now, the key takeaway here, social media dominates, search is shifting, and new players are rising. Now, a massive amount of ad spend was devoted to Facebook ads in the clothing industry, with 1.23 billion representing the very large majority of ad spend. This suggests that social media, and especially visual-based platforms like Facebook and Instagram, are ideal platforms for selling clothing. Clothing brands spent 451 million on Google ads, less than half the amount spent on Facebook ads. While search ads work great for customers with high purchase intent, the massive differential between Facebook ads and Google ads suggests that discovery-based shopping, while scrolling on social media, is more effective than search-based shopping for clothing. And TikTok emerged as a key player for clothing ads with 74 million spent on the platform in 2024. So even though the platform's ad spend is far lower than Facebook and Google, TikTok has an influence on fashion trends and viral content, and it's clear that brands are increasingly testing and scaling their budgets on TikTok. Now, similar to clothing, the highest spend by ad platform belonged to Facebook ads, followed by Google ads. So since fashion accessories tend to be highly visual products, it's not surprising that Facebook and Instagram are some of the best platforms for discovery and conversion. TikTok ads are gaining ground for fashion accessories with 24 million spent on the platform. And TikTok's ability to drive viral trends and impulse shopping, effective for lower cost items like fashion accessories, impacts ad spend for this platform. Health and beauty spent the most on Facebook ads at $1.68 billion, and that's billion with a B. In second place was Google ads with 554 million spent on the platform. And in a switch from the above two industries, Amazon overtook TikTok as the third place platform. Amazon's success indicates that health and beauty brands succeed with marketplace-driven sales and discovery on Amazon's platform. TikTok is still contributing with trend driven, influencer led marketing campaigns for health and beauty brands. Now, the industry with the highest cost per acquisition is computers, followed by electronics, which makes sense as computers and electronics are higher ticketed items, and customers often take longer to make purchase decisions. Since higher priced products allow for more expensive customer acquisition costs, a high CPA is justified here. However, cell phone accessories have a relatively high CPA compared to the price point of the product, which suggests high competition and that brands need to work hard to stand out in a very crowded market. Now, books have the lowest CPA, which indicates that consumers are more likely to buy a book without much hesitation, since it's a lower cost item. There may be less competition amongst advertising brands. Now, in 2024, both Amazon and Google Ads were the most efficient ad platforms. They had the highest ROAS, strong conversion rates, and high OV, which made them both a great platform for revenue-driven strategies. Facebook and TikTok had high click-through rates, but were less efficient and at driving sales. So this suggests that this suggests that these platforms are better for brand awareness or selling lower ticketed items. Now, Bing and Taboola had cost-effective acquisition, but had poor ROAS, which suggests they might be better ad platforms for top-of-funnel awareness strategies. Now, in 2025, it's likely that brands will shift more of their budget towards Amazon and Google Ads for conversion, while still using platforms like Facebook and TikTok for awareness. So let's look ahead. As 2024 demonstrated, e-commerce brands continue to navigate an ever-changing landscape, balancing shifts in consumer behavior, rising costs, and the evolving ad platform ecosystem. With global e-commerce sales and digital ad spend both reaching new record highs, the data reveals key insights into how brands can optimize their strategies moving forward. So high-performing industries leveraging platforms like Facebook and Google effectively, while emerging channels like TikTok and Amazon showed strong potential for discovery and conversions. As we head into 2025, brands that strategically allocate their ad spend, focusing on high ROAS platforms for conversions and social media for brand awareness, will be best positioned to thrive in a competitive market. Now, we all know platforms like Facebook and Google are powerful, but are you leveraging them effectively? At Triple Whale, a tool we offer our customers is Sonar, and Sonar helps brands like yours make data-driven decisions in real time to boost campaign performance. So Sonar sends enriched first-party data to your marketing platforms, improving targeting and maximizing ROI. You can run real-time analytics to ensure your brand stays ahead. You can use live data to adjust ad spend and creative on the fly, and reallocate resources for maximum impact, because choosing the right channel is everything. So if you're looking to scale smarter, you should put your real-time analytics to work. And if it's one thing that separates successful brands from the rest, it's understanding their customers. So emerging platforms like TikTok and Amazon have become powerful tools for discovery and conversion. But how do you use them effectively? Well, meet first-time buyers where they are, and I think Michael also touched on this. So targeting them at the right time and place is key to turning them into real loyal customers. Leverage brand recognition power to boost discovery and AOV. Strong branding makes customers more likely to engage and convert. And stay ahead of buyer trends and behaviors. The market is constantly shifting, as I'm sure a lot of you know. So real-time insights ensure you're always one step ahead. And it's also crucial to distinguish between new and returning customers. So by using new versus return metrics, brands can refine their strategies, acquiring new customers while retaining existing ones to maximize the LTV, the lifetime value. And let's talk about future-proofing Your marketing strategy. So the brands that thrive aren't just spending more, they're spending smarter. So by strategically allocating ad spend to high ROAS platforms for conversions and using social media for brand awareness, businesses can stay ahead in a competitive market. And this is where we have our customers use our tool called Mobi. Mobi helps you analyze, learn, and optimize so you can make data-backed decisions with a lot of confidence. So you can optimize campaigns with AI-powered insights that are actionable and real time. You can pinpoint successful campaign strategies by identifying what works and doubling down. And you can refine your marketing plan for the year ahead with data that adapts and evolves your business. And the best part, Mobi learns from your data, so it's continuously improving its insights to deliver relevant and timely business intelligence. And I'm sure you see the theme here, real-time data. Now that concludes my presentation. If you'd like more insights or want to see how Triple Whale can help your brand achieve record-breaking success, visit our website or reach out to our team. I'm also going to add my LinkedIn and email to the chat. And just so you know, you can also try Triple Whale by connecting your store to our free analytics tool called Founders Dash. It's a great way to dive into data at no cost and get a feel for what we have to offer. And I'm going to share that sign up link in the chat as well. Thank you so much. I wish you guys nothing but success in 2025.
Amazing presentation, Thamana. There have been so many comments in the chat asking about the data, so have no fear, everyone. Thamana and I will be in the chat answering all of your questions about Triple Whale and the data we just discussed. And before I let you go, Thamana, we're going to go ahead and choose our giveaway winner. So we're just going to scroll on through here. And our winner today is Ali Gay. Congratulations, Ali. You will be taking home a $100 Visa gift card courtesy of Triple Whale.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Amazing. We will chat soon, Thamana. Thank you. Okay, friends. Next up, joining us up on the stage, we have SJ, who is Senior Partner Marketing Manager from Just Uno. Welcome to the stage, SJ.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Why don't you go ahead and pull up your screen, and the stage is all yours, my love.
You got it. Okay. Alrighty. Hi, everyone. I feel like I'm snuggled in here between some really great speakers. So hopefully what I'm sharing today will be really beneficial and we can pull from what we've already heard. So yes, SJ here from Just Uno. And this presentation is all about the on-site experience and really making that real-time engagement go deeper and make it more impactful for all of your other campaigns, because what we've determined is including those really valuable engagements all throughout the journey, whether they are a customer yet or not, is really going to help your retention efforts, whether you're a retention marketer or you're focused on email and SMS maybe specifically. So I would love to see your questions in here and we'll get started. So today I'm really focusing on strategies around these 3 points. So workflows we want to automate. I know that Michael already mentioned some cool automations too, like for chat. So that's kind of the world we're going into. And we'll get more into segments that we want to automate. And then we'll get into on brand and the gamification era right now. I feel like we had a spin to win era maybe like a few years ago, but we're back and we're seeing how people are really making that branded to increase engagement. And then we're into testing. I love that we're post Black Friday, Cyber Monday now, because we can talk about testing. I feel like for the last 3 months, it's been like, okay, test this after. But now is the time to test, really understand what all of this awesome ad traffic is doing and how that changes from like your email traffic, or I like to say your owned channel traffic, right? And of course, segment data. So with Just Uno, you get a lot of sweet data related to your pop-ups and the type of engagement. And that is beautifully combined with what Triple Whale can deliver for you for that like holistic view. So I'll get into what we really hear about on the retention side in terms of struggles, hurdles that I mentioned here. Of course, it's getting that second sale. Michael had a great stat. It was like 90 something people don't buy on the first visit, right? I am classic case of that. Browsing, I turn into a cart abandoner, an exiter. I look like I have a lot of intent, but I'm not doing anything. And a lot of the times it's because like I'm not getting that that trigger to get me to do something. And that's like a simple CTA click delivered with a pop-up, right? Another hurdle is really enabling the feedback loop. And you might wonder, how can pop-ups play into the feedback loop? And that's really about getting someone to just keep going, whether it's getting their review or engaging them post review to keep that shopping experience going. A lot of times it kind of ends with the review, and maybe we're giving like a sporadic offer here and there to those who finish. So we want to automate that process a little more. And then, of course, just low engagement and low interest in general. I think your ad traffic, of course, we're spending on that. So I'll try to hit on that traffic a little bit more in terms of the strategies. But what I talk about can really be applied to your top segments, because I know that's different for everybody. So we'll get into automation first. And it like this should look pretty familiar if you're working in any kind of like email or like SMS or even Gorgeous, I'm sure, with what they're doing. And we start our automations with an enrollment trigger. And I really want you to think about segmentation here. Like we're thinking about it right away. If you look on the right-hand side where this arrow is pointing, I have a selection of segments that in Justuno you can go ahead and choose from to target and really help in any way that you think you need to focus on retention. For example, let's say we have new visitors on mobile, right, that are coming from your paid traffic. They might be someone that's higher to bounce. So it's really important to keep them on site. And you do that with a really stellar welcome message as soon as they get on the website. A lot of times, maybe we're leading them to a landing page. So this is an alternative that is proven to show higher conversion rates in the end. And our whole goal is getting that session to convert. And so even though we don't get that first session to convert all the time, you're capturing all this great zero and first party data through quizzes that you have, or just knowing how many pages they traveled and which page they actually exited. So we get a really clear view in Justuno of where people are leaving off in these workflows and where you need to keep engaging them. So I think that's like a number one tell of how you're doing with retention. It's like, how engaged are you? It's like a really basic metric we can see easily in Justuno. Some other segments that I'll point out here, of course, we have customers. I'll get into some customer segmentation later, but when we're thinking about retention, like it is about the customers. Of course, I mentioned it's about the people that are not customers, but if we're focusing on customers entirely, like we can break that down into a good like 3 or 4 solid customer personas or groups that you want to focus on through different filters that you can use in Justuno. So this is a really great view of Michael Todd Beauty. I'm not sure if anyone's heard of them, but I'll throw their website here in the chat for you to visit. They have an awesome Justuno spin to win. Like right away, you'll see it. It's their President's Day sale. So that's pretty cool. And the example here is like they've automated this workflow to target people based off of geolocation. And we're serving up just different CTAs in there. And you can see we have a spin to win and then a design that has different clicks at the beginning, which is called like a micro commitment or micro engagement. You may hear that termed. And all of that is just used to build an experience where someone is getting through that lead capture and then we're getting into the next phase. Okay, we already have their information. We don't want to keep showing them the same thing. At this point, you're getting into either exit offers, cart abandonment, product recommendations on your website. And I'm not talking only about like maybe your e-commerce platform recommendations, but of course, on the theme of AI, using AI product recommendations, I'll throw in a little help article on that can really deliver, like, I guess, really show your visitors on your website that you are using their data in a really smart way and that you know them. So that's like you using the data. And that's what you can get into with these workflows and just like customizing each one of those branches. But at the like base of retention, it starts here with this welcome experience that you're delivering to all visitors, because one, you want to capture some good information to segment further, and we all know personalize. And then 2, you really want to experiment and test out what your visitors engage with more. At this point, maybe it's worth a test of like the spin to win versus this full page with the CTAs in the front. So that's where you can take it with automation and testing that all in one place. The next part of automation comes down to the filters that I kind of hinted at. So I just really want to inspire you with this when you're thinking about like, oh, how can I just get that one click from someone, or how can I keep them on site X amount of time longer? And we can get into things like, of course, the items they have in cart. So for example, if they are a current customer, so they've already purchased and they have X item in cart, perfect opportunity to present them with a coupon code for that category or for that product. You can also approach any kind of add to cart actions with some really smart bundling with those algorithms that I sent earlier. Either using the algorithm, or I would trust you as a marketer or as someone that knows their visitors to know like what would be the best to suggest. I love the strategy of like, we have these paid channels, right? Or maybe you're working with a creator or an influencer of some sort. If you're driving them to site to purchase the bundle that they're recommending, or maybe just the key products that they're using, it's really important to make that just easy to add to cart if that's the intention of what is like being said to drive them. So that's all about matching the expectation, not making them have to go dig. Like, it's great to have people on site shopping, visiting multiple pages, but up to you to know when that's just like a little too much and when information and product info should just be readily available. So I hinted at being on brand and like gamification earlier. So these are two, I brought my like and most basic examples here of like just what you can start with right now and where you can get that baseline engagement. First up, we have, of course, implementing reviews. So this is kind of like the reverse retention strategy, right? Like we're using what we already know from happy customers to continue that experience on site that leads to a conversion or just continued engagement with your community. So this is a great example of you're adding in your reviews. This doesn't have to be anything fancy. It's literally, you can just grab a screenshot that's optimized, or you can just type in what this text is into your pop-up and then really make something branded around that based off of what page they're viewing, what page they're exiting, what they've purchased before, and kind of what AOV or lifetime value you're looking to get them to. This spin to win here on the right, this one's great. I love this strategy because it's really meant to tie in the feedback loop, like I said before. So imagine someone's coming from an email, right? And you're just giving the code in an email. That's great. We should definitely at least give some next step in the email. But the really sweet spot is when they get to the website. And typically that's not always enough in the email that people are getting. So by having them redeem their prize on site, you're increasing the chances of that same session converting. And this is a great one. Like, you would have this automated already. You would know exactly what the prize is to set, or you could have it be up in the air for anybody based on when they come, like a true mystery. So spinning this, another use of the spin to win, that's really popular. All right, I'll get into now the top 4 strategies that pay off. And this is what I would implement if my head is on retention and I want to implement things in real time. So we'll get into the foundational items. We're thinking about rescue. Like, I just want to keep people shopping. I want to keep them engaged with my brand. So you should have a cart abandoner for new and return visitors. And that's as simple as that workflow that I showed you earlier. And it's like 2 different branches, and you have an experience for each of these visitors. The best thing with that is like, you're not throwing just a blanketed approach on there for offers. You're actually giving people a customized experience, and you can change whatever that experience is per branch there. Another foundational one when it comes to engagement and AOV is the one I showed you earlier, gamification to redeem the free gift, or in that whole welcome approach, really gamifying or giving a spin to win, a different design for those return visitors that like they've already seen your lead capture, they've already seen that, but you want to capture more data, right? So you can approach a different design and that will have a lot of success for you. We'll get into the advanced level now. So of course, we're getting into rescue. We want to have cart abandonments for customers that are leaving a specific SKU or amount in cart. So this is very targeted to that current session. You could also do this for return visitors that have left something in their cart. So various ways to really target that return abandoner or return customer, however you want to word it. But the idea is that just knowing that they abandoned that, showing them again the item that they left in cart with a specific offer, plus a review, is like the triple whammy there. And then if you include something like some sort of delay on it, right? Something where it will truly expire. That's going to lead your conversion rate higher for those visitors coming through that whole experience. And then finally, the most advanced I'll share here today is just product recommendations throughout the website. And that's really the point of that, is really to get across like product discovery. And I know I saw someone mention in the chat, like some strategies are harder or easier depending based off of like how big your product catalog is, right? Or maybe if it's for clothing, you have a lot of variants like sizing, color, all that jazz that goes into picking your cart. So the product recommendations on site, I can see this being really beneficial for those with a larger catalog. But if you're dealing with some like a smaller catalog, for you, it's more about bundling like a lifestyle with that product. And so making that make sense into their routine, whether it's morning, nighttime. And I think product recommendations, you can definitely play around with placement on your website, but for sure you want something on your homepage that's more than just your e-commerce recommendations. You want something that's using the data that you have. So if it's a new visitor, you should have one algorithm. If it's a return customer, you should be showing a totally different algorithm. And then when they land on product pages, on your cart page, or even the little slide out cart that a lot of people have now, like you should be showing something very relatable to what that session is telling you. But I would say be really careful with that because those carts, and I would say your slide out cart specifically, can get really busy. And so I know as much as you want to like give them all the options and show them their free shipping, like keep it simple when you're suggesting items. And I would say the best thing to do is, or like strategy that we see people implementing would be testing, like having one product in the slide out cart versus recommending two products, for example, and seeing what that click through rate is and just kind of what that decision making is for your visitors. So I'll leave you with this questions to ask yourself, your team of your triple whale data or your Just Uno data. So what are my customer segments in terms of spend or friction? And that's kind of addressing like, the free shipping, is that an issue? Or is the actual literal box that you're sending just like not very appealing? Is that not really connecting the dots to the product and the lifestyle experience you're selling? Those are some good places to start. Then we have, what's your top abandoned item? So find that SKU or that top page exited, and let's get a strategy there that just for the first part keeps people on site. And then does feedback loop lead back to your website? This to me is really important, just, if we're focusing on the website, of course, I know there's different marketplaces out there, but the website is always like the source of truth. Everyone's going to know that should be like what the real FAQ is, where they're able to get support. Of course, the chat component is in there too. So leading back to the website is not only important to keep them like in that whole branded experience, but you also own your website. You can implement a quiz when they get back. Like just because they're a customer doesn't mean you have a lot of information on them. Or you could implement something like suggesting products and really enabling that product discovery. So lots of ways we can take the feedback loop, or I would just encourage you to get back on the website for that. Okay, so please email me if you have any questions. I would love to offer up a free conversion audit for you just to get your website looked at, check out your data, and see what kind of quick wins, or if you have any kind of custom strategies you want to test out that we can get implemented for you.
Amazing presentation, Ashley. I highly recommend everyone scan that QR code and get your free website conversion audit. I mean, it's free. Who doesn't want that? But Just is a fantastic company. So just all in all, I highly recommend taking advantage. And SJ, fantastic presentation. As always, you kill it every single time. And before I let you go, we're going to go ahead and choose your giveaway winner for a $75 Amazon gift card. So we're just going to scroll on through here. And congratulations, Roger Bautista. You are taking home a $75 Amazon gift card, courtesy of SJ and Just Uno.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us today, SJ. We'll chat soon.
See ya.
Okay, friends, we are going to roll on to our next speaker. But before I bring them up, or Krista here. Hello, Krista. I was just about to do a vibe check. So how are you doing today, Krista?
I'm great. I'm excited. It's been a great presentation so far. So excited to keep it going.
Absolutely. And everyone, drop in the chat how everyone is feeling. We're doing a quick vibe check. I want to get a status check. Is everyone enjoying today's webinar session so far? Fired up. Vibes are great. I love to hear that. Without further ado, Krista, the stage is all yours. Take it away.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Mia. So yes, I'm Krista. I'm a senior partner manager here at ShipBob. So I'm excited to talk to you about retention and continue the conversation from those great presenters before me. But before we dive in, if you're not familiar with ShipBob, we help brands fulfill their orders across all sales channels. So we work with businesses of all sizes, providing them access to best-in-class supply chain capabilities. So our job is to help build a scalable and affordable fulfillment solution for e-commerce brands. A couple ways we stand out. We offer exceptional carrier costs, so we negotiate with all major carriers so that you can save more on fulfillment costs. We offer global warehousing to help you scale seamlessly around the world. Omni-channel fulfillment, so you're able to operate B2B and D2C fulfillment from one dashboard. And we offer customization at scale as well, so you're able to create those unforgettable unboxing experiences to keep your customers coming back and increase that retention. I did want to quickly touch on some stats we saw over Black Friday, Cyber Monday of 2024. So we shipped over 2.6 million orders over Cyber Week. We grew 630% year over year B2B wise. We're seeing more and more of our customers using retail and drop shipping fulfillment strategies. We launched our own ShipBob Logistics. So this is our own sorting process. And 64% of all of our volume was sorted through that ShipBob Logistics, which enables 24-hour package sortation. So 26% of all of our packages were picked up by carriers between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. so that we can ensure a timely delivery to the end customer. And that also supported a 12% reduction in total delivery times for our merchants. And lastly, we all know it's important to get product as close to the end consumer as possible by distributing inventory across different regions. And so for our merchants who did take advantage of our inventory placement program, we delivered a 17% shorter zones for these merchants. So they saw an 18% better in-region fulfillment process over Cyber Week. And taking it a step further to look at retention trends that are shaping 2025. So 86% of consumers abandon a brand after just 2 bad experiences. It doesn't take much to lose a customer's trust. 84% of companies see revenue growth by improving customer experiences. It really does pay off and increase that retention. And then 77% of customers choose brands that offer some sort of personalized experience. So in the next few slides, we'll talk about how you can adjust your fulfillment strategy to keep up with these growth trends and customer experience expectations. So everyone now is expecting, fast and also affordable delivery. But as a brand, how do you make sure you can provide next day or 2-day shipping without breaking the bank? It's the $1 million question. And it all starts with getting your inventory closer to your customers by implementing a distributed inventory model. So if you take a look at these 2 maps here, the first one shows an example of a warehouse on the West Coast, looks like Southern California. And the second shows 3 warehouses spread out over the US. In the first map, you can imagine how it would either take a long time to ship an order to a customer on the East Coast, or it will be expensive to get it to them quickly in that customer expectation window of 2 days or 3 days. Both of these resulting in an unhappy customer, right? They're either going to have to pay a lot or it's going to take a long time. And in the second map with 3 warehouses, you can see that they're really only shipping in zones 1 through 5. So not only are you able to deliver orders quicker, but for a reasonable rate because your orders are not traveling super long distances. There are a ton of benefits to this, but we can take a look at your order history, see where your orders are going. So where are your customers located in what different areas, and then place inventory close to those areas so you can achieve this. There are a ton of benefits to distributing your inventory. Of course, I already mentioned this, but reducing delivery times by 2 to 3 days with regional fulfillment centers, leading to an 18% drop in cart abandonment. So because shipping is short and also affordable, there's no unpleasant surprises of expensive shipping or long delivery times when the customer gets to checkout. So cart abandonment will decrease, improve inventory availability in general. So it's going to be important this year to build a flexible supply chain. Whether you're adapting to different weather conditions or market conditions, you need to stay flexible so that your customers are never left wondering where their package is or when it will arrive at their doorstep. And then this also helps boost conversions with shipping options. So you can add, a free shipping threshold to increase conversions. Some brands see a 50% boost in conversions when they do this. And 48% of consumers will abandon their cart due to extra shipping costs. So distributing inventory is a great first step to help you avoid that and increase conversions. And so once your supply chain is streamlined, you can implement strategies that reduce cart abandonment and increase average order value. So some strategies that we see work for our customers, I just mentioned the free shipping threshold, but a free shipping banner, it's the most effective website banner to convert more shoppers. And it's also really effective messaging across channels like email or social. I'm sure you see like free shipping on orders over $150. So using those thresholds to let customers reach free shipping or quick shipping. You can also bundle for long-term value. So offer curated product bundles to simplify choices and encourage higher spending. Again, if they're bundled products, they're more likely to reach that free shipping threshold or get closer to it. And having transparent incentives to build trust. So displaying progress towards free shipping clearly and in the customer's face as they're adding items to the cart. This can minimize checkout friction and foster a sense of accomplishment. So, if they add one item and they're only, $20, $30 away from free shipping, what can they add? So giving them a visual of how far away they are or how close they are to free shipping can also increase conversions. You also want to build trust through transparency. So the same transparency as, showing them how close they are to free shipping. Once they achieve that and submit their order, you want to continue that transparency through the shipping and delivery time. It's a time when customer relationships can be jeopardized based on, a bad experience. And so we have integrations with tech leaders like Gorgias, Klaviyo, Attentive to help you manage customer expectations with clear delivery information and order updates, all powered by ShipBob fulfillment data. So with these, you're able to get ahead of WISMO questions. So troubleshoot customer tickets with deeper insights into those "where is my order" questions. Providing clear, transparent communication, you can help set expectations and build trust with your customer. Even if you're letting them know that the order is delayed, at least you're letting them know that instead of, leaving them to guess what's going on with their order. You can also automate order and inventory notifications. So you can set up rules to automatically let your customers know when their order has been received by the warehouse, when the warehouse is picking and packing it, when it's awaiting carrier, out for delivery, and delivered. You can also set up rules to alert customers when an item is an exception or on hold. So again, communicating even when it's bad news, getting ahead of that and being proactive definitely helps the customer relationship. And so this just saves you time on responding to these questions. And again, creates a great customer experience because you're being proactive. You can also empower your customer service team. So enable your support team with real-time fulfillment data. This enables your team to quickly take action when actions need to be taken further on an order. So maybe there's canceling or there's an address needs to be updated, an item needs to be added, whatever that may look like. You're able to do so quickly with ShipBob fulfillment data and these connections to different tools. And then as you scale, it's challenging to maintain a consistent branded unboxing experience. And today, these unboxing experiences are more important than ever. They help you stand out and build brand awareness. They drive ongoing loyalty and retention. It's an important differentiator that allows you to add a special touch to your last mile experience. So the person's placed their order through the delivery window, you are communicating, being transparent, and now you want to continue that good experience when the customer actually receives the order in the mail. So you can do this with a few different features, a few different ways. Gift notes and loyalty focused inserts. So we just launched an update to our custom gift notes to help you take your branded unboxing experience to the next level. So these used to be standard, white paper, black ink, and now you can fully customize the look, feel, with custom fonts, images, colors to really, drive home that brand experience. Also branded packaging like you see in the photo here with Bloom Nutrition, stickers, marketing inserts, kitted or bundled products to drive higher average order value, and custom subscription options, allowing that flexible subscription option so that your customer feels like you really care about them and their scheduling. So really anything you can do to leave your customer feeling happy, satisfied with their purchase when they physically receive it, will leave them feeling like they want to shop again or recommend you to a friend. And transforming returns into retention opportunities. So many of you just had the busiest sales period of your year, and now you're looking at an influx of returns. It's inevitable. And so there are a few ways that you can turn returns into growth opportunities in 2025. So allowing your customers to use return credits to shop for new items within the returns portal. So they don't even need to navigate back to your site and find new items. You're recommending items and doing it conveniently within the returns portal. This allows you to generate additional revenue with no fees on exchanges. Keeping customers engaged with your brand by offering credits to incentivize repurchases, and then collecting feedback. So don't forget to collect feedback to improve your products and reduce future returns. You can use this data to optimize products in the future. But of course, you want to be listening to your customers. Why are they returning it? Is there something you can be improving to satisfy the customer better in the future? We have direct integrations with AfterShip and Loop Returns to streamline your reverse logistics as well. And then I wanted to wrap things up with OurPlace. They're one of our customers who implemented some of these strategies and helped them save over 1.5 million in shipping costs and cut delivery times in half. So again, they were able to save on shipping costs and also increase or decrease shipping times. So they expanded their warehouse network from just 2 warehouses to 4 across the nation. So again, they took a look at their order data, where are their orders going, where are their customers located, and distributed inventory based on that data. And this is where they saw the cost savings. So that translated into almost 2 million in savings on freight cost. And then, of course, they were able to do the 2-day shipping because of how many locations and how close they are to their customers. They utilize their inventory placement program. So again, getting closer to their customers and cutting those shipping times in half. Utilizing ShipBob Logistics, so that's our proprietary sortation center, increased packaging handoff speed to carriers, ensuring timely deliveries to customers to keep them engaged. And they also leverage our customization suite for branded packaging to deliver an elevated shopping experience for their customers. So they used a bunch of these strategies that I went over today and really had a great 2024, and it's continuing into 2025. So that is all I have today. Thank you for joining me. We do have a great offer for brands that are on this call. If you're starting with ShipBob, we're offering $1,000 in free shipping credits, 90% off implementation, and then 3 months of branded truck wraps. You can have your brand highlighted on a ShipBob truck at a city near you, which is just a cool way to get the brand out there, and a little fun marketing plug there.
Thank
And that
you.
is all I have.
Amazing presentation. The truck wrap is such a cute little addition to that. I love that. I know that stood
I
out.
love it.
People mentioning it in the chat. Before I let you go, we're going to go ahead and choose your giveaway winner for today. So today's winner is Lauren Wenker. Congratulations, Lauren. You are taking home a $75 Visa gift card courtesy of Krista and the ShipBob team.
Awesome. Congrats, Lauren.
Amazing. We will chat soon, Krista. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone. Next up, joining me on the stage, we have Nihar, the managing partner director over at Roswell Studios. Hello, Nihar. How are
Hey,
you?
how you doing? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Feel free to pull up your screen, and the stage is all yours.
Absolutely. I think I had it in backstage, but let me see if you guys are we good to go?
Yep, all good.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mia. I appreciate it. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. This is a fantastic opportunity to really spread your wings on why retention is the new growth. I put together a presentation today for our approach of retention over at Roswell, which is very much more holistic and embodies what we call CVO. CVO is the new buzzword, customer value optimization. A little bit of background on Roswell before I dive in. Roswell NYC, we are a full service 360-degree e-commerce agency based here in New York, offering 3 different divisions of service to over 70 brands, focused on the Shopify Plus ecosystem. Creative, inclusive of branding, logos, UI, UX design, as well as content creation, photography, videography, and AI art, as well as engineering and full growth marketing services. And that's what we're going to be focused on today, which is customer value optimization. So what is CVO? Customer value optimization. First, let's go over the KPIs that really matter, the ones that you should be focusing on. And then we'll go into the definition of customer value optimization. KPIs that matter, lifetime value. We've gone through that over and over again on several webinars and whatnot. And I think it's one of the most important KPIs that a brand should really be considering. It consists of course, average order value multiplied by frequency of purchase, roughly based on the average customer lifetime on your site, which is why I have those 3 KPIs that follow. Conversion rate, of course, that's critical. Inventory velocity, understanding how fast your inventory is moving. Revenue per session, which is actually average order value multiplied by conversion rate. That's important because when you can increase revenue per session, you can factor in how much more marketing efforts you need to be able to drive more traffic to the site, and you can roughly calculate what revenue per session you're going to have, so you can plan accordingly from a cash flow and inventory planning standpoint. And then finally, customer acquisition costs. If you are engaging in a proper customer value optimization strategy, then you're optimizing for all of the above KPIs. Retention marketing has now essentially evolved into becoming CVO. It's no longer just email and SMS. It's no longer just figuring out reviews or a loyalty program. It's all of the above. And it's a very holistic approach that impacts the customer experience from multiple angles. So the definition of customer value optimization is that it seeks to define a strategic approach where brands focus on maximizing the long-term value of each customer in an overall cohort or the overall cohort or an individual cohort by optimizing those experiences, their engagement, and overall lifetime profitability. At the foundation, email, SMS, a customer data platform, email and SMS communications, both automated and initiated, forming the foundation of your direct marketing strategy to your customer base. You want to make sure that you personalize to the best of your abilities. We're going to talk about that later in the discussion, but leveraging AI tools to be able to craft messaging that really is timely to the customer, is relevant to the customer, and leveraging the CDP, you can create even more advanced strategies for understanding your customers, putting them into hyper targeted segments with incredible depth, and then meet them with hyper-focused messaging based on that cohort. Remember, if a customer signs up, they're asking you to market to them. So make sure that your flows for both email and SMS, the data that you're collecting on them is being tracked accurately in your CDP. And then leveraging personalization by harnessing AI tools to accomplish this. Our tech stack at Roswell, we typically go with Klaviyo and as well as Attentive for email and SMS. And CDP, and they work incredibly well because they integrate quite well with a lot of the platforms that we had just discussed, including gorgeous Triple Whale, Justuno, and of course, ShipBob. Moving forward, loyalty. Loyalty has really evolved. Loyalty is the next element of retention marketing, but also part of customer value optimization. There are many more ways to create loyalty from your customers apart from the dated tiered systems. Now, tiered systems are still important. Don't get me wrong. But the tiered systems approach is a little bit dated. You want to start thinking membership programs, subscriber only benefits. What is a user going to get by becoming a loyal customer? And how are their benefits communicated? And how do they increase by coming back? Integrating with affiliate programs to encourage referral. That's another way to look at loyalty. And fostering a relationship with your customers so that they become brand ambassadors. What are the KPIs that are optimized here? Lifetime value, of course, average order value, encouraging them to buy more on site, because loyalty programs are not meant to cannibalize the average order value or cannibalize overall revenue, but to actually prop it up. And of course, frequency of purchase, bringing them back to the site, average customer lifetime, having them spend more time in terms of the relationship of the customer to the brand, and finally, conversion rate. Reviews and social proof. Your peers and peers of your peers are the best influencers. Provide your customers with the proof that they need by seeing their peers leave positive reviews or negative ones. A negative one isn't necessarily a horrible thing. A negative review basically means that your brand is real. Somebody had an experience, and how you deal with that, responding to the review, leveraging Gorgias to be able to contact that customer and get to the bottom of what actually happened so that you can rectify that bad customer experience. It's really important. It also adds a little bit of integrity and realness to the brand on site. When a customer goes to a site and they just see all 5-star reviews, it puts off a red flag in their head, and it gives off warning signs, because in their heads they're thinking, okay, they've kind of cooked this PDP to make it look as best as possible. Integrating social media posts that show the demographic actually enjoying your product, Reels, Instagram, and so on. Both TikTok and Instagram, to be able to bring in posts that show the demographic, using your product in real time. And then perhaps even leveraging live commerce. Live commerce is very big right now in Asia and in APAC and in Australia, and starting to creep up in Europe as well. But platforms like Live Me Up, Firework, these platforms allow you to kind of engage in that QVC style of commerce, where you have individuals that are interacting with the brand, using the brand, touting the brand, as well as archiving that. And so in the future, if you have a customer that goes to a PDP and you have a very valuable valuable or engaging live commerce session, you could take snippets of them and put them onto the PDP so that people can see it actually in action. What are the KPIs that are optimized here? Lifetime value again, average order value, conversion rate, revenue per session, and customer acquisition cost. Reducing that customer acquisition, because if they see the reviews, they see the social proof, they're more likely to buy, which is if you brought them to the site via a paid ad or an SEO campaign or an influencer campaign, that customer acquisition cost is going to go down. A customer experience. We had a fantastic presentation from Gorgias earlier, and bottom line, customers expect more. Customer service must focus on experience. It's not just about where's my order anymore. On-site chat, email, SMS support is way more than that. You want to be able to automate with AI agents, yet keep it personal. So you want to make sure that the AI agent that you choose, whether it's Digital Genius or a number of the ones that are baked into the platform, Gorgias has their own baked into the platform. You want to make sure that it's learning as quickly as possible and keeping it personal. Finding a platform that provides the in-person sales assistant experience. Think when you get to a store and you interact with someone at while you're looking at a pair of jeans or whatever, and someone asks you what your size is, and you ask them, hey, how does this fit? Does this fit real the size, or does it fit a little more baggier, or is the length true to size, and so on. Having an experience on site where you can actually have a conversation, leveraging AI. It's not really possible to be able to have a conversation with the thousands of customers that are coming to your sites on a daily basis. But think reactive, proactive generative AI. And those tools really help you bring your customer experience into the era of where it needs to be now, which is interacting with the customer and less focused on where's my order. What are the KPIs that are optimized here? Lifetime value, frequency of purchase, average customer lifetime, conversion rate, inventory velocity, knowing how much you have in stock so a customer isn't displeased by ordering something or engaging in something that they may not have inventory on, revenue per session, and customer acquisition cost. Moving forward, subscription. If you're in a CPG or beauty or wellness, or you're in a product that becomes a part of your customer's lifestyle, you have entered their routine and you are in the routine economy. Subscription has evolved tremendously now. Customers now have a relationship with the brands they subscribe to, not to the subscriptions themselves. Recharge has evolved their platform, their subscription dashboard, the Affinity platform, which if you're a subscription brand and you want to talk more about what that means and what that is, you want to make sure that the subscription dashboard allows you to be able to manage what's coming next. Customers don't care. I have 3 or 4 different subscriptions. I have 7, 8, 9 different subscriptions with one brand of all the different products I want. All I care about is what's coming next. Surprise and delight opportunities in the third order, not the third order of a specific subscription, but the third shipment that's coming my way. And you can get very creative with your strategies in terms of subscription commerce with your brands while you get into the routine economy. In terms of subscription experiences, it's not just subscribe and save, manage your subscription in the dashboard and so on. Customers are giving you information on what they want to do, how they want to administer the subscriptions. And don't ask your customers why, ask them why not. And work with your internal e-commerce team and your development agency to be able to figure out how you can create those unique experiences that allow them to potentially add an additional product to the next shipment. Pause this shipment for 2 weeks because I'm going to be back. I'm going to be on vacation. I don't want it sitting on my front porch or my driveway or whatever the case may be, and make the subscription experience absolutely painless. Key KPIs that are optimized: lifetime value, frequency of purchase, and average customer lifetime. And finally, we want to talk about analytics, focusing on holistically analyzing the KPIs. Triple Whale is our go-to platform. We have a dozen, if not more, brands that are leveraging it on a day-to-day basis, and they're ensuring that their analytics are integrated with all of the intake, all of the data they can intake from all of the key CVO tech integrations, many of which I've mentioned here today. It's very important also to understand, how do the KPIs influence each other? We talked a little bit earlier in the presentation about the KPIs that matter. Whoops. Okay, so I am actually having an issue with my load. 1 second. Let me just pull this back up. My apologies there. Let me just try and, there we are. Sorry about that. Let's go to the KPIs that matter. LTV, of course, that is influenced by average order value and frequency of purchase. We talked a little bit about subscription and how that's going to increase frequency of purchase. How loyalty can increase average order value. How email marketing can increase average customer lifetime. Of course, conversion rate by having reviews and social proof on your site is going to be able to increase conversion rate and overall lower customer acquisition costs. And all of that's going to help you drive revenue per session. And managing your inventory velocity and making sure you're communicating that on site is very, very critical. Overall, that is what I define as customer value optimization. It's the direction retention marketing is going in, and why I say retention is the new growth. I'll leave you with one thought here, is that if you have a very strong, growth marketing strategy, top of funnel, paid ads, SEO, influencer marketing, you're probably spending a ton of money there. It's very important to understand that if you are not engaging in a proper customer value optimization strategy that's inclusive of all the retention strategies and the holistic approach that we talked about today, you're basically pouring water into a sieve. All of that information that's flowing through your site, that you're not collecting email addresses. Are you collecting mobile numbers? Are you collecting data points on the customers? Are you getting them to leave reviews? Are you engaging with them? If not, you're driving all that traffic to your site and you're not getting a lot of value from them, and you're going to pay for the same set of eyes twice. A customer comes back to your site after spending after costing you money on a Google or a Meta ad or any of the other platforms that we're engaging with now, and you're not capturing that information, you're going to pay for that again, and your road to profitability is going to be very difficult. So that's why we talk to our brands about marrying a very strong top of funnel growth marketing strategy, paid SEO, influencers, social media, and affiliate marketing with an appropriate retention marketing strategy mid-funnel, which is what conversion value optimization is about. Thank you very much, everybody. Again, my name is Nihar Kulkarni. I am the managing director and one of the partners here at Roswell NYC. Feel free to reach out to us, see if we can help you guys out. Our motto is that we're in the business of building businesses. We'd love to build yours. You can reach out to me at buildmybusiness@roswellstudios.com. Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic presentation, Nihar. It's filled with so many amazing insights and just such an overall amazing presentation. So thank you so much for dropping all of that knowledge on us. And before I let you go, also too, there was quite a few questions in there. So definitely stick around for a bit and answer some of those. But before I let you go, we're going to go ahead and choose your giveaway winner for a $75 Uber Eats gift card. So I'm just going to scroll on through here. And our winner today is Samantha Forster. Congratulations, Samantha. You are taking home a $75 Uber Eats gift card courtesy of Nihar and Roswell.
Thank you so much, Mia. I'll make sure I get that out to you, Samantha. And you know where to find me. Build my business at roswellstudios.com. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Mia.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nihar. Bye. All right, everyone. Next, joining us up on stage, we have the lovely Marcy joining us from Inveterate. Hello, Marcy. How are you?
Hey there, Mia. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Why don't you go ahead and get your presentation pulled up, and then I will hand the mic over to you, and the stage is all yours.
All right, just 1 second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, can y'all see my screen?
Yep, you're good to go.
Amazing. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it. First of all, many of you may not know what Inveterate is. It's funny, listening to Nihar, I went through his presentation and kind of did this like check about how we help brands. And at the end of the day, Inveterate helps brands to deepen their relationship with customers by empowering a repeat purchase engine through free loyalty programs, paid membership programs, and the strategic leveraging of each. Growth, as we all know, isn't just about acquiring new customers. It's about changing customer behavior so that they spend more and they spend more often. A couple of fun facts for you. A 5% increase in customer retention can boost profits by 25 to 95%. Another, customers in effective loyalty programs tend to spend 150 to 200% more than they would without the program. And a quick reality check, traditional loyalty programs don't measure true incrementality. They track vanity metrics like point redemption rates instead of actual spending shifts. Today's e-commerce leaders don't just reward purchases, they engineer spending behavior that drives profit. And that's really what Inveterate is all about. As we all know, customer acquisition costs are truly soaring. Facebook and Instagram ads costs have increased over 89% since 2021. And Google cost per click rates have risen by 47%. Apple's privacy updates have reduced retargeting effectiveness by 60%, making acquisition even more expensive. And quick little heads up to those who have not updated their Gmail. Gmail now takes marketing messages, puts it in a whole different tab, and makes them really easy to just delete. Brands are now spending more per customer than they earn from a first purchase, causing profitability issues. So what does all of this mean? It means that the cost of acquiring customers is truly unsustainable, and brands must increase repeat purchase rates and LTV to survive. A couple more stats. The average CAC for a new customer is currently at $29, and the average first purchase profit is only $23. meaning most brands lose money on their first-time buyers. 70% of e-commerce customers never return after their first purchase. And only 32% of e-commerce brands have a structured retention strategy. Brands really need to turn one-time buyers into repeat customers to scale profitability. So oftentimes they turn to loyalty programs. The problem is the traditional loyalty programs are broken. Most programs don't track actual incrementality shift. They won't show you if a customer spent more than they already would have without the program. And points-based programs reward customers for shopping, but they don't make them shop anymore. Redemption rate does not equal behavior change. Some customers who earn rewards will use them, but did the reward make them buy any more? In most cases, the answer is no. Traditional loyalty programs don't talk about this because if they did, you'd realize how little ROI you're getting out of the program. Many traditional programs actually have a negative ROI because they just give away margin without increasing spend. So the question that we should all be asking from a brand perspective is, did my loyalty program actually change the customer behavior, or did I stand it up because that's what everyone does at some point in their life cycle? So we oftentimes say, if it doesn't shift spending, it's not really a loyalty program. What should you be measuring to make sure that your program is working? First, is there an incrementality shift? How much more are loyalty members spending than non-loyalty members? Purchase frequency. Are they shopping more frequently than non-members? LTV growth. Are members worth more over time? And of course, AOV impact. Do members spend more per order than a non-member? Some of the things that don't matter as much as we think that they should. Point redemption rates. Just because a customer redeems a reward doesn't mean that they're spending any more than they would have without the reward. Sign-up rates. A big loyalty program really means nothing if it doesn't drive incremental sales. And one-time discounts. Discounts without behavioral change really just destroys your margin. The right loyalty program doesn't just reward loyalty, it creates loyalty. So what is different about Inveterate? Well, first of all, we're cashback based. We do not offer points because customers don't trust points. The point value can be changed at any time, as we all know through our airline miles. 70% of cashback in a cash-based program is redeemed versus 14% on a points-based program. Customers who redeem cashback tend to spend 30% more on their next purchase. As an example, one of our programs took a point-based program, built the exact same program within Inveterate, did it as a cash-based program, and they increased incremental revenue by $740,000 over 9 months. Another brand saw that customers who engaged with the cashback program spent 150% more than they would have otherwise. And this is true for existing fans of the brand as well as new customers who are brand new to the brand. Cashback doesn't just reward a purchase, it really creates a compelling reason for the next purchase. So 2 tiers of loyalty, 2 types of loyalty, together they can really be a winning strategy. So how would you use a free loyalty program versus a paid membership program? First, a free loyalty program is ideal for acquiring and engaging new customers. It provides light perks like 5% cash back or a small discount or free shipping thresholds. And it also helps to drive second purchase and onboard customers into the brand's ecosystem. A paid membership program will convert high-value customers into long-term loyalists. The benefits should be meaningful, things like cash back, a meaningful amount of cash back, exclusive access, early access to new product, free shipping, VIP perks that your most engaged customers will use to be plugged into your brand. And really, why do you need both? The two can be used to complement each other, and you can also add additional tiers that will really make your program very sophisticated as far as getting the customer to do what you want them to do and targeting your different cohorts in a truly meaningful way. So, how do you build a data backed loyalty program that works? First, if your loyalty program doesn't drive spending behavior, it's a waste of margin. Use cashback, not points. Cashback is meaningful to customers. They understand the value of cash. They don't always understand the value of points. Measure incrementality, not vanity KPIs. At the end of the day, we run a brand to make money. And if we want that brand to be around tomorrow, we need to make money today. Segment your customers into free and paid loyalty programs and optimize the program using real spending data. Loyalty programs done right drive 150 to 200% more spend per customer, higher purchase frequency, increased customer lifetime value, and the best loyalty programs don't just track engagement, they truly engineer it by leveraging perks and marketing messages in a targeted way. And some final thoughts. Loyalty isn't just about rewarding your customer, it's about engineering their next purchase. If your loyalty program isn't driving real behavioral change, it's costing you money needlessly. Cashback, paid memberships, and data-driven retention strategies will fuel your next stage of growth. And lastly, we'd love to help you build a meaningful program just like many other businesses in the ecosystem.
Thank you so much, Marcy. Incredible presentation filled with so many learnings. Before I let you go, we're going to go ahead and choose your giveaway winner. So everyone, Invettery is providing an essential set from Arbor Made. I'm so jealous of whoever wins this. So we're going to go ahead and just scroll on through. And congratulations, Brooke Kidner. You are our giveaway winner. Congrats.
Congratulations, Brooke. Can't wait to get it out to you.
Amazing. Thank you so much again for joining us today, Marcy, and we'll chat soon. Bye. Okay, friends, I can't believe we are already on our last presenter of the day. Joining me up on stage, we have Ryan from Commerce Garage. Hello, Ryan. How are you?
Hi, Mia. Hi, everyone.
So happy to have you join us today. Go ahead and pull up your screen, and the stage is all yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me quickly pull up the settings here. Okay, awesome. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep, you're all good to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Again, thank you for the Triple Whale team for inviting the Commerce Garage team. I'm going to talk about Brew Retention is the new growth, how to scale with data-backed insights. So let's dive right in. My name is Ryan Cruz. I'm the lead search evangelist for Commerce Garage. So we're a full-service digital marketing agency. As you can see here, we have a lot of brands you've probably heard: Envy, Skip the Dishes, Orange, Cure Fitness, F45. We also have we are led by JP, an awesome CEO who has a full funnel optimization background as well. So let's dive right in. So let me know, guys, if you could agree if the cost per acquisition is just increasing year over year. So if you could put it in the chat, if you think that the cost per acquisition is just staying the same or it's rising year over year, because I want to show you guys a specific data here that says by WorkStream, they say that the cost per lead is around year over year, it's increasing 24%. Cost per click is increasing around 10%, although the click rates is increasing around 5%. The truth is, advertising on the Facebook ads, Google ads is going to be higher. It's not going to be definitely going to be lower because of competition. And the truth is, customer acquisition is 5 times more expensive than customer retention. Now, I put an asterisk there because I couldn't remember where I saw this quote. But if you remember where this quote is, let me know in the comments. I want to give credits to who is you, but I want you guys to look into this specific graph. It's very interesting because as someone who is managing the campaigns day to day, a lot of our clients and even us kind of want to look into customer acquisition. Like we want to get more people coming in, know about our brand, get more traffic, and then eventually get more sales. But the truth is, we don't focus on a lot of attention when it comes to customer retention. So now I wanna give you guys like a permission and to actually put more effort into customer retention. If you guys can put it in the chat, put in their retention so that in the next couple of minutes we'll just focus now on customer retention. So okay, so here's my promise to you guys. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to find the data that will help you guide your retention strategy. So these are actionable insights that you can right away look into your Google Analytics, into your data so that you can implement it right after this call. The other one is I want to show you guys some of the retention strategies that you could also implement right away, right? And if you stick up to the end of this presentation, I'm actually going to give you a link where you can download a GPT prompt that you can use with your favorite platforms like ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and it can help you create a retention strategy that is specific to your brand. Okay, so before we continue, and this is something that I would like you to look into is before you look into any data, any type of data, you need to do a little bit of housekeeping. And after auditing like dozens of accounts that comes into the Commerce Garage team, we always see at least one or couple of these problems. So first is, if this one of the most common is they've implemented duplicate tracking. They have tracking on the website, they have tracking on Google Tag Manager, and that would affect everything. So all the data that you have from the acquisition to the retention strategies would not be clean. So you need to clean that first. The second one is you can have what's called missing scripts. And that can cause a lot of issues. It can cause cross-domain issues. It can cause direct traffic issues, which again, in the third one here, I kind of want to mention cross-domain is when the referral source is actually not attributed properly. So you might have a pop-up that doesn't have any cross-domain tracking. So what happens is that you start getting a lot of direct or not set metrics on your Google Analytics. And if you don't have that, and you're measuring your Facebook ads or Google ads, and it's capping that attribution source, then you won't really be able, or which one is working? Is my email working? Is my Facebook ads working? Or my Google ads working? And probably the reason is that you're not getting that clear data is that you have a lot of those data issues that has to be fixed. Now, what we usually do and what we recommend is actually implement multiple sources of data, because you will never get like an accurate source of data. For example, in GA4, if you're trying to match your Shopify data from your GA4, that's not going to be possible because for one, GA4, Google Analytics 4 actually looks into what's called hybrid data or like model data. So meaning it's not going to really be, because of the privacy issue, it's not going to match your Shopify data. So which is why we want to implement one GA4, another pixel, first-party pixel tracking data like Triple Whale. And I'll show you guys that if you guys need help with any of this, please don't hesitate to reach out to JP or to me. Just there's a link in this presentation. You can check it out, and then we'll try to help you with any of these data issues that you guys might be having. Okay, so finding the data in GA4, again, I promise you guys that you'll be able to go back to your accounts, look at and implement some of the strategies right away. Now, this is a demo account. You can sign up because one of the issues that people might have is they might not have enough data. So you can actually go into your life cycle data. That's the second icon from the left side, and then click on the life cycle and click on the retention data. Now, let me know on the comments if you're loving GA4 or you love Google Analytics 4 data. So I'll give a couple of seconds. Yeah. If you guys love Google Analytics 4, let me know. If you guys hate Google Analytics 4, let me know as well. JP and I, we love J4. Yeah, so I'm seeing blame. But the truth is, guys, we have to use it. It's free, but which is why I want you guys to introduce the data inside Triple Whale. So Triple Whale has a new feature called retention. and it has to be enabled in the account that you're using. And one example here is if you go on the retention side, and then you'll see all of the available data there, SCDP, cohorts, LTV, sales cycle, AOV. I'll show you guys one example. Now, you need to know the average order value. So you can actually pull in the AOV and then create a specific segment. This is key. This is actually big because now you're not looking at the holistic. You don't want to do that. You don't want to compare the entire conversion rate of the entire website because again, that would give you like it wouldn't be as segmented and as clear as you want it to be. So you want to know what's the AOV coming from Google Ads, what's the AOV coming from Facebook Ads, what's the AOV coming from my whales or my core or my newbie visitors. And then the beautiful thing with Triple Whale is you can actually create these segments easily. Now you can do these segments in Google Analytics 4, but again, it's a little bit advanced, but that's one way you can find that data. So what do you now do with this data? So I'll give you guys a couple of things that you can implement right now. Number one is you can do what's called the post-purchase email, SMS, or feedback loop. Now, one example that you can do is obviously you're sending out this welcome email and then you're sending out these thank you emails, but then you can actually now, we'll show you later on, wherein you can tie in those specific segments because one of the issues that some of your customers might be having would be they bought your product, they're happy with it, they're waiting for it to be shipped to their doors, and then they saw a remarketing ad for a discount. You don't want those to happen because again, the experience of a customer now, wherein I just bought this in full price and now it's like a 20% discount. So there are a lot of like those feedback loops mechanisms that you need to optimize for, or else the customer experience would be affected. The number one that you have here is also the second one is also the customer loyalty and the reward program. A lot of our great presenters before mine is showed you guys a lot of tools, and you can use those tools to kind of create your own customer loyalty and reward programs. And then enhance bundling and cross-selling opportunities. Now, when it comes to bundling cross-selling opportunities, sometimes it's really hard to find what do we bundle, what do we cross-sell. The good thing with Triple Whale, there's actually what's called the cart analysis section. If you go to that left side, it might be a little bit smaller, but you can actually look into what are the best-selling bundling products. So you can change that minimum products to 2 to 3 to 4, and now you can create your bundles based on data. You're not really guessing. You're really looking at what people are buying, what people are bundling it. If you're not utilizing it right now, this would help right away with your AOV because again, based on what the data say, they're telling you guys that they want to bundle these products. They actually purchase them together. And this is my favorite part with Triple Whale is the personalization and segmentation of data. Now, you can create these audiences and then send them to Klaviyo, send them to Meta Ads. So, and then you create your lookalike audience. So let's say you want to create an audience of your best customers, your whales, or people who have high average order value. Now, without a tool like this, and there are other tools that can kind of do this, without tools like this, you're relying on Facebook data to actually tell you, okay, I want to create a lookalike audience of my highest intent customers. But in reality, Facebook won't be able to know that. You need, again, the first-party pixel data to actually send that from your platform back to Facebook ads. And this tool from Triple Whale actually would do that for you guys. So you can create those segments and then send those specific personalized segments either to Klaviyo or to Meta, and then you can do whatever you guys want to do with that one. So with that, guys, I know this has been an awesome opportunity. So thank you so much. And this is where I can provide you guys a link so you can download our GPT prompt as well as our show notes. I'll send you a slide of this presentation. I'll quickly share with you guys what this GPT prompt can do before I answer any questions. So I'll share these tabs. You can see here, I just put up a brand here. I'm creating that prompt and finalizing it based on your feedback. And then from here, it can personalize. You can use it. You can use your favorite GPTs. You can choose You can use it with DeepSeek, you can use it with ChatGPT, and it can kind of help you. At least it's not going to solve everything, but at least it can give you the ideas on how to be able to kind of increase those retention. So with that, for again, thank you so much. And yeah, ready for any questions.
Thank you so much for such a fantastic presentation, Ryan. I actually saw that there were quite a few questions in there if you want to stay around for just a few minutes and answer some of those questions. But before I let you go, we're going to go ahead and choose our giveaway winner for your $75 Amazon gift card. So I'm just going to scroll on through, and your winner for today is Marissa Long. Congratulations, Marissa. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ryan.
Bye, Nia.
Fantastic. Okay, everyone. Before I let y'all go, I have just a few quick updates for y'all. It has been so much fun being your host today, as always. So if you enjoyed today's session, then hey, join us for another. We have another whale watching webinar coming up on March 6th, and we'll be chatting about all things unlocking smarter marketing and overcoming wasted spend and attribution gaps. We're going to be joined with partners like Rebuy, Heatmap, Postpilot, and so many more. So I highly recommend RSVPing there. And I'll actually drop the link in the chat to this webinar. Let me go ahead and get that for you. This is going to be definitely a good one, especially as we are at the start of the year and we want to make sure we're bridging those attribution gaps. So here is the RSVP link. There you go. And I hope you all enjoyed today's session. That is all for today, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you're interested in learning more about Triple Whale, or you just have any questions for me, you can reach out to me at mia@triplewhale.com, or you can find me on LinkedIn and we can stay connected there. So have a lovely rest of your week, everyone, and we'll chat soon. Bye.